Welcome to the channel. So today's video is about another lead code problem in which we will see that how we will find the pivot index. So the problem statement is very simple and this says that we have to find the pivot index. The pivot index is basically that index where the sum to the left hand side values is equals to the sum to the right hand side values. Okay, so we will further clear it with the help of some examples. There are some constraints. They basically says that we have to return the leftmost pivot index, right? If there is no pivot index, then we have to return -1. Okay, so there is also this condition which I will explain later. Okay, okay, so let's just quickly go to the examples. Okay, so in this example you see that there is no pivot index, so it return -1, right? We have discussed this. And in the next example, like in this example, okay, you can see that if we are at this index, so the element to the right, there is no element basically to the left, so the left index is left element sum is 0, right? But on the right side you can see that there are two elements and their sum is also 0, so it means that we are at the 0 index, so we will return 0. So this is basically the condition which I was pointing out previously. So this is the condition, right? Okay, so let's just go to the intuition and the logic behind this. Okay, so let's take this example. uh, First of all, you know that I have used an accumulate function. What does the accumulate function do is it basically take three arguments, and the number one thing it takes is basically the start of the vector or the array, end of the array or vector, and it takes two iterators, and it takes initial sum value. So I have given it nums dot begin. So it will point to the first index or first entry of our vector and the end of the vector, and the initial sum is obviously 0. Okay, so what he does is basically it will sum all the values, and it is basically the right sum, and the right sum will have the value of 28, right? This is the sum of all these values. And the left sum, what the left sum will have, left sum will have the value of 0. Okay, so let's just quickly see that what this logic is all about. So let's just take this example. Its sum is 28. Let's just assume that we have used an accumulate function or whatever function we have taken, we have calculated its sum. So its right sum is 28. Okay, its right sum is 28. It means that its full sum is 28, and I have store it in a variable called rs, and the left sum is 0. Okay, so next we have to iterate it. Let's just assume that we are at the first index, right? Okay, so at the first index, first of all we have to subtract it from the left from the right side, and it will become 27. Then we have to check that whether they both are equal. No, they are not equal. Then we have to add the value into this right side, so it becomes 1. Then we move to the next iteration, which is basically the 7. We subtract 7 from the right hand side, which give you a 20. We check that either they both are equal or not. No, they are not equal. Then we will add 7 in the left side, so it becomes 8. Okay, next we will go to the next iteration, and we will subtract it from 20, and it will become 17. Then we will see that either they both are equal. No, they both are not equal, so we will add 3 in 8, it becomes 11. Now on to the next iteration. When we are here, we will subtract 6 from this 17, and it will become 11. Now we will see that either they both are equal or not. Okay, they both are equal now. So what should we do now? We will return this vary index, right? So this index is basically third. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is the third index we will return, which is basically the pivot index upon which the elements to the left of this index 173 is 11, and elements to the right of it, which is basically 5 and 6, which is also their sum is 11. So elements to the left becomes equal to the elements to the right, right? Okay. So what's the intuition behind this? You can say that, let me just clear it. Okay. So what's the intuition behind it? You can see that the total sum is 28, right? The total sum is 28. When we, come here, we will see that if we subtract this all, numbers from this, uh, uh, okay, when we subtract all these numbers from 28, so what we will get? We see that we get our 11, right? When we subtract this, we get an 11. Okay. And we see that what are the, sum on the right side, we will see that this is also 11. It means that we are at the right spot, and this is the right element to return, this is the pivot element, and we have to return that. So this is the simplest explanation and the intuition to solve this problem. So I hope that you like the video. If you like it, make sure to like and subscribe, and surely the link of the code is in the description. So please make sure that you check the GitHub repo to get all the codes um, to the videos, so that you can get the code and you will practice yourself. Please make sure to dry run this and do it by yourself. Just repeat it, revise it, and hope you get the logic. So thank you so much for watching the video. See you soon.